I will be coming to you from Matthew chapter 5, reading verses 13 through 16. You are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled by men. You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand and gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven. These are prolific and profound words that may provoke a feeling of enlightenment. But I feel that these words are also neglected as words that should compel us to take action. If you are anything like me, when you read through these verses, you say, salt and light, that's me, because that's what Jesus says. Jesus says, you are the salt of the earth. But what does that mean? What does that look like? What does it smell, sound, feel like? What does it taste like? Salt of the earth. Why not be the ice cream of the earth? I like ice cream. Chocolate chip cookie dough is my favorite. Why not be the hamburger of the earth? No, Jesus says you are the salt of the earth. And then I step back and examine salt for what it really is, as we should examine ourselves for what we really are. A creation of God. And the beautiful thing about what God has created is that everything therein that has come forth from it, it has been a part of creation since the beginning. So looking at salt for what it is, and looking it up, there's different sites that'll tell you there are 26 great uses for salt, 40 tips to maximize your use of salt. But I found one site that had over 14,000 different uses for salt. You are the salt of the earth. If we just step back and look at a few, well, salt can be used for cleaning different things, but with its competition with conventional products, salt is just used here and there. But salt is also good for tenderizing meat in particular. And also salt, with the winter season coming, is used on the roads, break up the ice and all that stuff. But let's go a little bit deeper. Salt. You are the salt of the earth. But let's examine ourselves. We are full of mess. We are dirty, filthy rags, and nothing good could come from us. But if we as salt can rub against one another in fellowship and build relationships and have accountability and try to clean up each other's mess, then we can grow. We are the salt of the earth. If we are to tenderize one another, those who need compassion because their hearts are turned into stone and callous because of things that have gone on in their lives, but if we were to salt and love on them and tenderize their hearts and plant seeds of love and plant seeds of joy so that a harvest may be reaped, you are the salt of the earth. If as salt, like they use it on the road, will become traction. Because there are people who wander around life and don't have a sense of purpose or direction. But if you could be that salt in their life, to point them in the right way, so they could get some traction, to let them know they are loved, to let them know they have a purpose. You are salt. But Jesus says here in verse 14, you are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on a stand and it gives light to everyone in the house. Light is a very beautiful thing. If you've ever been in the dark, I know we've been spoiled with technology in our day and age. The light is so beautiful because it not only dispels the darkness, but it also prevents you from stumbling and allows you to see light. But Jesus goes a little bit deeper. He says, in the same way, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven. Well, with all of us being sinners, we need to clearly establish that no good deeds can come from us. So what is he talking about? The glory that you can bring him is the manifestation of the Spirit that works in you to bring him glory, to bear fruit in his name, to bring him glory. But what do? We put a bowl over our light, and each and every one of you are the light, and you have the light. But do you put a bowl over your light? Well, I don't know. I put a bowl over myself when I let my pride consume me and I refuse to make God's glory a priority. And I say, I'm going to do what Andre wants to do. And therefore the light diminishes. And a dense darkness sets in around it. And now not only the people around me are more confused and lost, but I'm more confused and lost. Well, what other bowls are there to put around ourselves? Well, there's anger. There's lust, there's greed, and we put these bowls around ourselves and our light diminishes and darkness sets in. And the influence that we should have on other people, the glory that we should be bringing to God, we can't because our light is cut off from the source. Have you ever had a nice Yankee candle sitting down and you put the lid on it? That flame is gone quick. If you're not plugged into the source, plugged into the Father, to keep you humble when pride sets in, to give you peace when anger sets in, to give you self-control when lust sets in, your light diminishes. But you are the light of the earth. You are the salt of the earth. The choice is yours to be the salt. The choice is yours to be the light. Are you going to shine your light? Or are you going to just live with your bowl around yourself? Are you going to shine your light and bring glory to the Father? I encourage you today to shine your light. Be bold. Shine your light.